There are many Linux distributions to choose from, and each has its own strength that makes it ideal for certain environments. Some distributions will be better optimized for particular roles, like web hosting, file sharing, databases, or virtualization, with many being promoted specifically for one of these roles. So, in a typical IT server fleet, it is very common to have multiple distributions of Linux running specific workloads. To cope with this, IT teams adjust scripts and management tools for the different quirks of each distribution. To give an example, package deployment tools and formats will often be different for each distribution being used. Using a different tool for each distribution extends into day-to-day activities like patching. Live patching solutions, for example, are often different for each Linux distribution. Live patching is a modern approach to vulnerability patching that leverages automation to simplify your workload, and most vendors offer some form of it that only works for their specific distribution. Vendors typically offer a live patching solution bundled with expensive support packages, but again, the solution will only work for their single Linux distribution. This makes vendor-specific live patching solutions less useful for IT teams that work with multiple distributions. Different vendors will have different policies, different service levels, and different release cycles, so you'll never be at exactly the same security level on all the different distributions you're using. Some will be patched before others, and you can't even reasonably expect to know which ones will be patched first. Fortunately, there's a better way. Vendor-agnostic live patching from TuxCare is the best approach to patching your Linux systems, no matter how many Linux distributions your team uses. TuxCare's live patching technology enables you to automate vulnerability patching for over 40 Linux distributions and is offered at a fraction of the cost of single distribution patching solutions. Plus, TuxCare deploys patches without needing to reboot or take systems out of production, so you can avoid any patching-related downtime or scheduled maintenance windows. When availability is paramount and business disruption is not tolerated, having an easy path to system security with no compromises and no delays is invaluable. Want to see if TuxCare can provide automated live patching for your own unique environment? If your organization uses multiple Linux distributions as part of its server fleet, take a look at the support matrix for TuxCare's live patching solution, Kernel Care Enterprise. You can find it at patches.kernelcare.com. You'll notice that Kernel Care Enterprise covers over 4,700 combinations of distribution and kernel versions, and the list expands regularly to cover newly released versions of the kernel, and even newly supported distributions like RHEL 9 and all its derivatives like Alma Linux OS. This page gives you an at-a-glance list that you can match to your existing server fleet. If you see your distribution supported, you can safely move forward with implementing Kernel Care Enterprise as your live patching solution. Kernel Care will automatically provide you with the latest security updates, increasing the security of your systems by patching your systems within just a few hours after a patch becomes available, significantly shrinking your vulnerability window without ever needing to reboot the system or interrupt any running workload.